What's up, beautiful people? Today we do a little unboxing of the Ankermake M5. Ankermake is a sub-brand of Anker, and they produce a nice little 3D printer which was quite hyped in the reviews, and Linus Tech Tips did a review, and they had some great opinions about this thing. And now I want to unbox my one. So it's written here, it's heavy package. Actually it is. So I have to be a bit careful when unboxing this. As you can see, the camera isn't quite up to the task, even if it's a 0.5 lens. So it, I hope we will see everything which is inside this box. First of all, cutting the box open. Well, let's do it. Okay, here we go. So I'm currently recording on my new unboxing table. This was my former workbench, which you have seen in one of the videos, but I replaced the workbench with the IKEA Frederick. But that was a great thing for the workbench, but for unboxing it's not so practical, so I used the old bench or the old table again for the unboxing thingy. All right, oh, another box inside the box. Here we go. All right, here comes the Anker M5. Ankermake M5. So let's get the box out of the box, shall we? Oh, this looks nice. I'll do a little trick. I cut the box open on the sides so I do not have to flip it over. Could take a couple of seconds. Here we go. First side is open, and now I can just swap it around a bit and remove this thing. It's heavy. It's really heavy. More cutting is necessary here. Can't see that, right? I should have put up the GoPro as well. This is a big heavy box. La 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 la. And my room is too small. So get rid of this. And then do a lot of cutting. All right. And here it comes. So, cool thing, at least they put some handles in this box. And, well, yeah, we'll see, let's see. Oops, so, what's wiggling around? Is it the cam? Or is it, no, it seems to be the table. Bit wiggling. So, all right, more cutting needs to be done here. All right, turn it around, turn it around. More cutting here. More cutting. That's a big box. Are we ready yet? No. I don't like it when they tape over this opening thingies here. doesn't make too much sense, because you have to cut in very mysterious ways. This does not open very smoothly. All right, here we go. Oh, nice. Ooh, yep, and I've got some issues with the lid. Here, perhaps I have to open it sideways. Well, let's see if this works. So, one pro tip if you consider having your own man cave, or nowadays a she shed as well, make it 50 to 100% bigger, not 100 times, but 100% bigger. You thank me later. It does not work. Oh. Okay, Boomer, still struggling here. Yeah, I mentioned in one of my last articles or blog posts that I'm not quite sure that I'm not actually a boomer by year and age, but sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I struggle like my dad when dealing with new stuff. All right, so I think we have the first perspective on this, and here we go. Ooh, look at this. Isn't that a nice package? Well, we'll see. Can we get rid of the lid? Rid of the lid. Rid of the lid. Sounds like perhaps. Yes. All right. I found a way to get rid of the lid. All right. So, what's up? Starting in the left upper corner. This seems to be a little bit of filament. Yeah, some white, clear, transparent filament. I'm not quite sure. What does it say on the lid? It's an Ankermake PLA plus 150 grams. Yeah, pretty standard PLA. We'll use this for the first print, I would suggest, because if it comes from Ankermake, then it should suffice for printing. All right, and here we have the hot end. This is the hot end. There is a nozzle pre-installed, and yeah, this looks pretty neat. There are the wires for the heating and the temperature sensor. Put this away, and then we have a lot of nozzles. Why? Okay, here we can see we have 0.2 millimeters, 0.4, 7 of them. All right, I don't know why you should need 7. Yeah, perhaps we will figure out later. Then we have some screws. We got some screws here, some bigger screws and some smaller screws, and all, as far as I can see, are hex or Allen. Right, then we have power supply cables. This is for the American market, and this is for Europe. It's called the Schuko, or as we say in Germany, it's the Schutzkontaktstecker. Okay, this could be the spool holder, as you can see here. Yeah, this looks like something we should attach later on, and then it could handle the spools for the filament. Okay. Oh, shoot. What is this? All right. This is really awesome. I changed the perspective of the cam, and this seems to be, can you see that? It seems to be a tool set. And I haven't seen this before. Why does it not open? Why? Why? It's a bit... I'm just too weak. All right. And do you think this looks nice? I think it does. You have a neat little handle. I suppose you will be able to put in those Allen keys. Oh, magnetic. Can you see that? Hear that? Oh, it's magnetic. Oh, that sounds great. This is a really decent set of tools. And you have a little wrench for, I think, for, could it be for the nozzles? No, actually it's too big for the nozzle. And again, another nozzle. Why? Why so many nozzles? What's with those nozzles? Here you've got some, I think, could be for cleaning. Can you see that? Could be for cleaning stuff, cleaning the nozzle, for example. And then you have the... Okay, we will figure out why we need this 6... No, it's 8 and 10. You can see that. Perhaps I have to adjust the light. Wait a second. It could be. So we fixed the lighting issue a bit, hopefully. My birthday is very soon. If you want to give me a present, you might check out my Amazon list for lighting. I put some things on it. All right, so the tool case. Yeah, well, actually, I'm not quite sure when and how often we shall use it, but okay, as you can see, here's a nice little cutter, clip, no, what's it called? I don't know, side cutter. I think it's a side cutter. Yep. Okay, that's for cutting the filament, I would suppose. Yeah, and some replacement tubing for the hot end. I think this is the same. Yeah, it goes like this here. Yeah, tube replacement. That's pretty much all she wrote. But it's a nice idea to have a little tool set like this. So Prusa, you should watch this. Okay, and here comes the next layer. I will remove... Oh no, I forgot something. This seems to be the quick start guide, the manual. All right, loading filament and safety Zusammenbau. Oh, it's even in German. Zusammenbau des Druckers. Well, we will take the printer assembly English version, but it's good to see that there is a German version as well. Installieren des Portalrahmens. That sounds much better, doesn't it, than installing gantry frame. No, it's Installieren des Portalrahmens. Great. We will see later. And here we go. Oh, there's nothing in there anymore. And this is pretty much the printer. It is almost fully assembled. So the question is, shall I take it out of the box as it is here, or shall I... No, I will carefully... Ooh, this looks... Oh yeah. This is sleek, sexy. Yeah, I really love my Prusa, but this looks amazing. shout out to Klaus. I think you said you will buy a snap maker. It looks similar in my opinion. We will have to compare when you got your snap maker. Oh, this looks really nice, really decent. Okay, I lift this assembly, this partial assembly, out of the box and place it somewhere over the rainbow. All right, put it on my workbench, and then, well, lift up the, and here comes the base segment, the base plate. All right, raccolta plastica. This is the plate. Will seems to be a steel bed. It is a bit lighter than the Prusa thingy, but we will see. Oh, bummer! Did not expect that. So the print bed seems to be a lot smaller than the Prusa. Let me check. Well, not a lot by lot, but no, actually it's the same size. I'm wrong. Just looks so small in the box. No, actually it's quite comparable. It's even a bit, could it be a bit bigger? Yeah, we will measure the surface, the printer, the printable, how is it called? The print area. Yo. Okay. Now we have to get this thing out. All right, we peel up another layer of foam here. Woohoo! This looks really, really slick, really decent. And now we have this. Oh, and now comes the heavy part. This is actually quite heavy, and here you can see, yeah, they put a lot of effort into the design of this thing. It's I think you could call it next generation or next level 3D printing, because yeah, with such a design, the women acceptance factor goes up. I think I wouldn't put it in the kitchen by now, but all right, here you have a integrated PSU. This looks decent with an on-off switch. This is, yeah, this looks nice. And we will take a peek on the other side of this thingy. And as you can see, there's nothing. Oh, not, yeah, you can open this as well. Let's see if we can open that. Looks like a giant battery compartment from the 80s where you put on some D cells, but no, this is actually just for assembly. And I think you assemble it once and then the lid stays there forever. Can I get it back on? I could. Don't want to break it. Good. Yeah, well, lift it up. Jesus, is heavy. Jesus. You can see something interesting here as well. So there seems to be 2 belts for the drive of the heat bed. So let's see. Okay, this looks quite nice. Here we have to peel out the foam here, I think. This seems to be necessary. Oh, it doesn't. This is a bit of fumbling. No. Could use some tools. So be careful. Yeah, lift it up gently. Strumming the paint. So, all right, and yeah, we'll get rid of the box now. we will get rid of the box. Have to remember how I put it in here. This should work. All right, and yeah. Okay. All right. And now to the assembly. And now up to the assembly. I will check the quick start guide for the assembly, and yeah, we lifted out all of the components here, but it seems to be that we need the foam for support during installation. All right, I will get the foam out of the box again. We're recording? Yeah, we are. So, okay. Good. Let's see, what do we need? This thing here. All of it? Perhaps. I'm not quite sure. We need some more space. And okay, base plate out of the way. And now we can use the foam to support. I think this is important, that we use the foam to support the installation. So, right, here we go. We put it in here. That is a bit awkward. Yeah, well, I don't think this is really necessary. I think they had some issues with the weight of this plate. Whoopsie. Makes a fancy noise. But as you can see, the motor and the opening will line up. So we have to put in the cables through this. Oh, I just forgot to open the... Yeah, that's what I did during the unboxing. Should have kept the lid open. Now we need it. Okay. Okay. Now we put the cables through the holes here. Yeah, this is necessary, of course. And then we will get the... Well, this is quite tricky. Perhaps I should have left the foam in here. Yeah. You're right. I should have read the manual first. Of course. Always read the manual first. So we'll put these back in, or one of, or both, so the heat bed can't move around during assembly. And then we will prepare the screws. Which screws do I need? I think. Oh, let's check. So which screws do I need? Connect the motor wires. Screws into the platform. You can't. Oh, the M5 screws and connect the motor wires. USB-C cables. We will figure out. We will figure it out. Trust me, I'm an engineer. And let's use the tools as well. All right, so we need the Allen key, and we will need those screws. Oh, they come with washers. That's quite nice. Yep. Okay. Yep. This should work. And now up to the installation. Put the cables through here and there and everywhere. And now, yep, the height is almost perfect. They go in neat. A bit of fumbling necessary. No, not so much. This side is already in. And this, no, you have to, it doesn't work that way. So I watched the video from Anker, how they installed it, and it looks so easy. But the devil is in the detail. All right, now because you definitely need the space when you want to assemble. All right, this sounded good. No, it's just a bit, yeah, well, I think when I put in the first screw, it will work. So where are the screws here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This could work. I'm not quite sure if you should change perspective for this. Yeah, well, I think the overhead perspective is good for unboxing, but for the installation, we should definitely change perspective. All right, I changed the perspective that you can see how I can assemble this printer when it is laying on its side. So, perhaps a recommendation, do it with together with another person. And because I'm not quite sure if this will stay in place if I don't secure it with my hand. So I will put in the first screw on one side. Could use, and here it comes. This is, this is one little drawback, that you have to secure it with one hand or the other. And I'm not quite sure if this is mounted correctly. It's a bit fumbly. You get in the screw. I hope it will tighten this frame to the base. But it is. It always looks so neat in this instructional videos, but this is actually not that easy. So if you tighten this too much, it won't go in nicely anymore. I don't think this is no, I don't like that. No. This is not such a great idea. All right, I will tighten screws on one side, and then the next on the other. been easier just to not so. Oh, you have to be careful. The screws are quite long. I try something else. We'll get rid of the foam here. Too small. So. This drives me insane. I don't like that. All right, so I removed the foam, and I would not suggest that you try this at home because it has a little overhang, but because I tightened some screws, I think this should work better. But, well, I'm not happy, as you can guess. So I wouldn't have thought that this is such a pain in the ass to assemble just two parts. And so I don't tighten the screws too much, that if there is still some wiggle, I can balance it later on. Okay, now I think now it will work. All right, 2 more screws on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left and 4 on the right. Shouldn't be much of a hassle, but sometimes. All right. Okay, this up. Already put a screw in. No, already put a screw in there. One. No. Yeah. Alright, I'll put a screw in there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. Alright, and now I start to tighten them. Yep. One. Okay, this is already tight. Alright. Mm-hmm. Next. And the next. It's tight. Tighten this screw as well. Yep. And this one. Okay, I think now we tightened them all. Double check. This is tight. This is tight. Tight and tight. 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 Yeah. And this as well. Okay. Tightening the screws. We're done. All right, and up to the next. We need to attach some cables. Good thing, you can see that. Left, right, left, right. Okay, this could be easier. All right, sounded great. Did you hear that click? And another, it's USB-C, click. And so you cannot, some cable management here. USB-C, you cannot put it, you could put it, no, you cannot put it into a wrong direction. And cable goes here for the motor. Another cable goes here. Okay, this is definitely easier than assembling a Prusa. But what was the next step? Insert some screws into the cable. Was it? I don't know. What do you call them? I don't know. Which one? M4. I think they have the. Let's check the manual. Better safe than sorry. Which one? Connect the motor wires. We did that. Connect in USB cables. Yep, we did that. And M.5. Okay, those are the smaller screws. M.5. So M.5. M.5. We'll take the. I adjust the light again. Okay, now you should be able to see more when I install the screws. Yep. Okay. So should be just 4 screws. 1, 2. There's always one spare. I really like that. So there's one spare from the big screws as well. And yeah, but this is this the right M.5 and the I love it, and the thing is not thinging. The thing is not thinging. But we need the other. I think it's 2 millimeters, not 2.5. What's on the... Yeah, so actually it's 2 millimeter bit. You need the... So or I'm not quite sure. When it says 2.5, do they mean the diameter of the screw? Could be. So the bit actually is not 2.5 but 2 millimeters. Yeah, well. But this is just to secure the cables from coming off. When you are printing and the heat bed is moving, there will be a bit of movement or a bit of rattle, and I don't think that it's necessary to have 2 screws for each, but it's a neat solution. It's tight, you can get it off easily as well. All right, and now we just put back on the back plate, and it should go here. Well, yeah. It's a bit tight, isn't it? Okay, how come this is tight? No, okay, just the wrong angle. Fixed it. All right, the last part of the installation is the spool holder. So you have 2 options. You can either put it, well, it's a little bit here. Can either install it upward facing, or you can install it horizontally. This is the wrong direction. Yeah, you should definitely look at the cavity here, and then you have to install it that way. And I think I go with the horizontal installation. Let's do it. Where are the screws? Here are the screws. And yep. So these are M4 screws, and they need the M3 bit. No, they need the M2.5 bit. Yeah. Okay, so we figured it out. So M stands, I think, for metric, but yeah, the number is not the size of the bit, but the size of the diameter of the screw. And yeah, we will screw it on here. That sounds great. And we will do the same thing here. We will screw in diagonally first. This looks good. And install it here. And yeah, and now I would consider changing the bit to the small side so we can apply a bit more torque to the screws. Yeah, I think this is necessary. because they do not have washers with this little springy thingy. I don't know how they are called, but yeah. There is one spare as well. I like that. Spare parts always are good. So these bags are empty and we will put it back in the tools, into the tool case. Right. And now we have a fully assembled printer. Yeah, installing the filament holder, we did that. And yes, connecting to power. Oh, one important thing, before we connect to power, we need to figure out if it's set to the correct voltage. This is important. I will have a look where the voltage thingy is. Perhaps I'll take the camera out of the... and I show you here, and you have to make sure. No, actually there is nothing in there. Where is the voltage selector on this thing? Yeah, this is quite interesting. Let's remove the foam. Yeah, but where is the voltage selector? Do they have? No, you can see that. Operates both voltages, but there is no voltage switch. Where is it? All right, no risk, no fun. Yeah, in the online documentation there should have been a voltage selector in there, but perhaps what they could have done is built in a power supply which auto detects the voltage, works on both voltages, so a switching power supply. So yeah, and in the quick start guide it doesn't mention any voltage selection as well. So what we do now is just plug in the cable for Europe, and if it goes up in smoke, yeah, well, then you can laugh at me or laugh at Anker, or I don't know, just laugh about Murphy. Oh, Murphy's gonna get you every time. All right, so the plug is somewhere here. Where does it wiggle around? No, it does not. Why does it wiggle around? Perhaps the plate isn't so great at all, but we will. You can see that I'm just untying the this thingy here, and then plug it into a socket. Yep, got one socket free here, and then just and the cable is and the cable is very, very short. You could have put in a longer cable, my dear friends from Anker. So I don't know if we can operate it from here. Oh, just plug it in, and then change camera perspective again. This is a bigger project than I expected, and well, let's power it up. And it powers up, it doesn't go up in smoke. Sounds good. Let's remove the foil here that we can take a better look. Oh, that's great. Take a better look at the screen. Can you see that? And boots. And now we can do the setup.